Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, your Mango Bay. Oh man, Mango Bay.
Mango
we're good.
How are we? We're good? We got the things going?
We got things going. We're good to go. We're here. Your busy Mango boys are here. Big love to all the fans who've been copying t-shirts. We got a bunch of people wearing t-shirts. A few of them are starting to get in tagging in the stories. Anybody out there who's got a t-shirt, put it on. We want to see how fucking hot you look. Put yourself in a story. Tag Mango Bay. Tag your Mango Bay. Tag Usama Stands Up. Tag Pranav. So we can show everyone how fucking hot you are, how good these shirts look. Subscribe to the Patreon. We got a lot of great bonus content there now. New bonus content. Subscribe to the iTunes. Subscribe to the Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube. You know what it is. Write us the review on iTunes so we can grow. This fucking Mango Empire. You know what I'm saying?
Mango Empire, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, man, the orders came in. They came in hot. They came in heavy.
They're still coming in. I'm still seeing orders today.
They're still coming in. I'm changing my last name to Ambani. You know what I'm
Ambani.
saying? The money.
I'm
is
changing mine to
still
Metal.
Metal. Dude, it's rocking. Hey, tag us. Tag Warren Buffett. Tell him what's happening.
We gotta rename ourselves the Indian East Indies Company now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. First of all, like the Dutch East India Company, it's awesome if you take out the word Dutch.
I
it's
know,
like, listen,
exactly.
They're like, listen, we own all of India. Okay, people on Mali, go do Mali. Get out of here.
I'm surprised they didn't just straight up name the country the Dutch East Indies country, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Fuckers.
Jesus Christ. And you know what? They came in, left 0 windmills, so fuck y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about it. I'm not having it. I'm not feeling it. Today's exciting. Today's
Very special app today.
Pretty much, I mean, you know, it's first of all, before we get into that, I want to say how like girls' periods are synced. So is our video game playing. Like,
oh god, dude, I'm getting butt fucked. I'm getting butt fucked by Mongols right now.
Bro, and that's without even playing. That's before you even start playing.
Wait, what were you talking about? Never mind. Wait, what? What? Huh? Wait, hold on. Back up here. Wait, you're talking about video games. Oh.
No. This isn't Friday night. Okay. You were playing video games Friday night. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, if you say you're into Mongolians, that means you want horse cock.
I know,
right?
exactly. And you want some fermented horse cum bukkake all over your tits.
Dude, acid to the mouth.
Yeah, Mongolians, they just love everything about horses. They be drinking their blood, drinking their milk, drinking... Now I understand where the Dothraki were based on, the Mongols.
Dude, I saw this Kyrgyzstani documentary. And basically they named their... Pornhub. They named their wives like wife, and they named their horses like honor.
I know, exactly. Also, I like the concept that you name your wife, too. That's fucked up.
Well, first you're just 0, and then they give you a name.
I'm going to name you Cream Pie.
Come here, legend. Come here. Honestly, I think the wife is just a beard for the horse fucking. That's what I think.
That's exactly true.
That's Kyrgyz culture.
Or as they call it in Kyrgyz queer culture, the mane. The mane.
Actually, the men calls themselves the wives of the horses.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They defer. Honestly, there's no top in Kyrgyz. It's all just, you know.
Dude, my girlfriend has started, like, taking horseback riding lessons, and yeah, I'm nervous, but no. Mm-hmm. She told me that every time she gets off the horse, now, and she's, like, whatever, walking away, the horse gets, like, a huge erection.
Oh, yeah.
It's, like, different horses it's happened with now. I'm just like, I gotta go kill some horses? Is that what's happening?
I thought when she said horse riding means she was on top that night. That's what I thought.
Oh! Yeah, you know it. You know it. But she's not here. She's in LA now, unfortunately.
You're like, ah!
So actually, the only person riding me is myself.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, dude. This game that we're playing right now, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh my
First
God.
of all, why does every Japanese word almost sound like sushi?
I
Talk
know.
about that for a second. Tsushima, Soshimo, Sashima,
My favorite restaurant, Ghost of Tsushima.
Sushami, Sashima.
But the Japanese are so refined in their cooking, they would have like ghost sushi. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
yes.
they just bring out an empty plate. They're like, it's subtle.
But
it's subtle.
There's a separate documentary after you watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Jiro dreams of ghost sushi. And this is a man who's never made any sushi in his life. He's just, one day I will dream of making sushi, and the dreams must always get better.
Yeah, Jiro's dead sushi.
Jiro's dead sushi, dude. Today's episode is fucking.
Hold on, the game. We gotta get into the game. I am getting fucking ass rammed by Mongols right now because I'm playing it on hard mode, and my armor is not upgraded yet. So I'm just walking into battles I have no business being in.
Dude, I'm wearing like pink pajamas. That's my armor right now, dude. I took off the Ronin armor. I took off the samurai.
Seriously, why does my armor say pink on the back? You know?
dude, I didn't know thong was an option.
Yeah,
okay.
seriously. I got on that and some Ugg boots, and I'm out here facing Khotun Khan, you know?
Dude, I'm doing a standoff so I can insert in.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy how racist the game is against Mongolians, too.
It really is, dude. The Mongols are like, first of all the Japanese people have honor, right? And the Mongols are there like licking millet.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's really, but they respect one Mongol. It's the guy who's captured the main Japanese samurai.
Yeah.
And
but even that guy, the first scene with him where they're like, ooh, there's going to be a duel between their mightiest warrior and the samurai. And this guy just comes out drunk, first of all. Drunk on fucking fermented horse cum or whatever they depict him as drinking. And then he swirls it around, throws it on the samurai, and just lights him on fire and turns around like, and that's it.
That was pretty great. That was the first World Star moment. I
yeah,
think,
exactly. It was totally.
Like, I'm honorable, and he's like, bitch. And he's like, World Star. World Star Tempura. It's fucking hot. The game is phenomenal, dude. It's very high level stuff. The culture is on 1,000. It's fucking. Actually, this is gonna be a great segue into the. Dude, the culture's heavy. I'm learning about Mongol artifacts, which apparently are 3 birch sticks over a fucking piece of paper.
I didn't get that far yet to see that.
So they have this collectible called the Mongol artifact, and you can like collect these things, right? I mean, the level.
And it's just like a Japanese skull.
Dude, it's literally like a piece of diarrhea, and they're like, look at this Mongol artifact. You know, it's just like they really shit on the culture, and I'm
really
just like, Jesus Christ. But the controls are tight. It's tough. It's fucking really tough, and like, and they always like throw in like different types of like armor types and different type of weapon types, and you're like one samurai, you're like samurai.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you're about to get your fucking ass.
I know. Seriously? The Mongols, too, they're just like, their main weapon is like their dicks. You know what I'm saying? That's like literally what it is. Dude, it's like 10 Mongols come slapping you with their dicks, and you're like, oh, you're just fucking overwhelmed in this game, you know?
Dude, what they use is their own horse's cock. They like pick it up.
Exactly.
And that becomes the battle weapon.
Bukkake was a Mongol introduction into Japanese culture, is what I'm learning. You know, by this game.
Bukkake, actually, the etymology is a Mongolian word meaning Friday.
Yeah. Meaning it's Friday somewhere. Because they be bukkake all over this island of Tsushima.
Actually, in Mongolia, they also had the Pony Express, but it was also called the child sex ring. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
The original Epstein, the original Lolita Express.
Yes, it was the Pony Express, dude. Ponies, young horses.
Oh my god.
You know? Oh my god, dude. But I mean, it's a phenomenal game, dude. I'm trying to learn more because it's also funny because Mongolians were undisputedly the best warriors of all time. Like,
yeah, that's why we all got a little Mongolian in us, you know.
Dude, Joe, let's get a visual of my mom's Asian ass face.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Dude, apparently they didn't get to India, but I think
they got to the north of India, to Tamerlane and all that. Yeah.
So what happened, I think, is like Genghis Khan fucked my great grandma and then got sick. The last thrust he did, and he was like, oh, achoo.
Yeah, this podcast is Mongol Bay, for sure.
Mongol Bay, dude. Mongol. If I knew any fruit associated with Mongol culture, I would say it right now. But I don't. Mongol cuisine is death. I think they just actually fight before they eat, and then they die. Hopefully, before they have to get their first meal.
Well, speaking of the culture, representations of culture in the West.
Boom.
This is an episode devoted to the hit Netflix series Indian Matchmaking, which, oh my.
I mean, first of all, it's okay. Disclaimer: you got to look at it as like a hilarious thing. You can't look at it as like some treatise on Indian culture.
I know, and that's what's annoying me right now is I'm hearing like a lot of Indians being like, "This is bullshit and it's not representative," and I'm like, "Bitch, it kind of is." It kind of is. Also, you just don't like Indians, and you don't like what it's about, and I get it. You want to elevate the culture to conform more to like Western mores and this and that, but. This is kind of what it's like, you know.
You know, it's also is the title. Could the title be more acquiescing to white people? You know, what I'm saying, hey guys, listen, it's Indian, it's matchmaking. Come on, they almost named it. They almost named it India Show. I swear to God, that was this close.
Yeah, exactly. They should call it Rishta Party. I'm like, no. No one's gonna watch that. Indian matchmaking. Boom, done.
Rishta Party is the Indian remix of the Mario Party games. You know what I'm talking about? Rishta Party 5. In this one, everyone gets beat. Oh my god. Actually, everyone's Bowser in Indian culture, dude.
Exactly. Dude, it's the show is highly entertaining. It's like fucking crack. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, because you know what's so funny is like for a white person, right, who's like, I'm going to go in and understand my brethren's culture. And then 2 seconds in, they're like, if you're not white, you're going to hell. You know?
Exactly.
It's like what this actually show is kind of like, I love the integrity of it because it really doesn't give a fuck about white people like acquiescing to the knowledge.
Yeah.
Like Seema Auntie, who's like the main matchmaker.
Seema from
Mumbai, right? And she sits like a Seema, you know, hello, I'm Seema.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know all.
She's got and it's like that Bombay accent too, you know.
Bombay accent, 5 years.
Yeah.
And so like, she's like, she tells it like it is. She's one of those, she's a boss bitch who tells it like it is.
Yeah,
right?
she's like, you're dark, you're short, you're single. Bye, bitch. Yeah. That's basically what she's saying.
Straight up, she's like, you're dark, you're short. Actually, it's illegal for me not to kill you right now. I should be putting you down for the show, but for the Netflix, we don't want to have a snuffy on our hands, huh?
She just starts dousing them in gasoline. Like, what are you doing? It's like, it's for the shadi. You're going to be the ceremonial fire. Yes, you'll have a wedding, but you'll be the fire, okay?
Dude,
and then she brings in 2 white-ass Indians to walk around it 7 times.
Dude, they should have had a Sati episode. That's all I'm going to say. They should have a widow who's like, so I'm looking for love. I tried Tinder, I tried Bumble, and she's like, okay, so we set up a nice funeral pyre for her. Yeah. She's going to walk into it. It's going to be really nice, okay?
Yes, I got a match for you, and I just struck it. Boom. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye. I'm Seema from Bombay. Bye.
A match. That's great. That's fucking great, dude.
Oh, my God.
This one is going to light up your life. And literally, your body is going to light up.
You're so dark, you look like you're already burnt, though. Let's double check.
That's what Indian culture would do. As you're roasting, they're like, hey, look at that dark bitch, huh?
I know.
Hey, well done. Well done. Jesus Christ. Dude, it's so funny. And the show, I mean, I have 1,000 thoughts. Let's structure it.
I know.
have to go like, just blah, blah, blah,
I know, seriously. I'm about to fucking like explode with sentiment about this show.
So much emotion. Yeah. So I started watching the show, right? And again, it's you have to come in with it. Don't look at it like some anthropologist. It's fucking a minstrel show of sorts, you know. Yeah. And first of all, I want to say there's a couple of cast of characters. The characters are hilarious. Yeah. I mean, they're already getting into it. The cutest one, I'll say right now, Nadia. I'm a huge fan of her. I thought she was the cutest.
Just the best vibes, nice, winning attitude.
And notice how she's the only one who's not Indian. Think about that for a second.
Right. Well, she is Indian. That was the struggle. She's from Guyana.
Right. Or Guyana, if you're dumb. Or me, which I thought it was Guyana for a
Guyana. I don't. What did I say?
You said Guyana.
Guyana.
Who the fuck knows, dude? Yeah. It's all fucking Trinidad to me, bro. All you fucking island browns, y'all Trini, okay?
You know what? I got mad respect for them, like, in terms of, like, the sanskar and the actual desiness of them. Like, I don't get American desis trying to shit on Guyanese desis. Because you know what? We've only been here for 50, 60 years, tops. You know, talking about our generation. Those motherfuckers have been in Guyana for fucking, like, what, 200 years, 300 years? And they kept the bloodline desi. They kept the tradition strong. They did all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta know,
like, they're more Indian.
This is an island too, so it was brothers fucking brothers. It was sisters fucking sisters. Here's why they're more awesome is because their diaspora happened earlier than ours.
Yeah.
And their diaspora happened on like canoes, bro. Like we're talking like cross-continental canoes.
Canoes. It wasn't even a canoe. It was like one big Guyanese Indian that they put on, one big Bengali that all the other Bengalis sat on. They're like, boom. Slapped his ass.
And the oar was just some, like, skinny Guyanese guy. You know what I'm saying? They're using him to, like, just row. Those are some badass motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude.
Those are people who, like, killed their own wives. Like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
the level of, like, like I can't live here anymore to go leave your country in, like, 1700 when, like, the highest level of seafaring object is like bark.
It's bark, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So those are badass, already badass. Now,
it's like, is it the Australia of the subcontinent?
Maybe you think the Indian Guyanese people were the slowest Indians? They were like the slowest to run over. Like the slavers got them. You know what I'm saying? They were the antelope of Indians. You know, they just got like fucking locked in. I don't know enough Guyanese history to jump in on this. I'm kind of like throwing. You know,
the most I know about Guyana is my old bodega guy from up in Washington Heights. He's like, yo, man, you Hindu? I'm like, whoa, you're Desi, first of all? Because you're talking like, you know, like Drake does like 30% of the time. He's like, yo, you Hindu? You go to the mandir? And I'm like, whoa.
Dude, Guyana's accent is like Indian accent plus the Drake air horn.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Plus hello. It's like the same. It's like, hello, how you doing? It's the same. It's like perfect mix.
Dude, totally.
Dude, I mean, it's unreal. It's just so. First of all, I don't know enough Guyanese people, so like, if I go anymore, it's just gonna go a Mongolian route.
I know exactly.
They also fuck horses. No, you know. So you know, I love all you Guyanese people. I had you know, a couple Trini girlfriends in my day, so. I know that's different, but I know Island Indian has a different, you know, they're more weird, they're more independent, they're more
Usama's
fun.
Trini period. Usama's Trini period, yeah.
It was a phase, dude.
Yeah.
It was a phase.
It's good.
And Trini is just Indian with some booty. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
All right?
You know how to work it.
They know how to work it, dude.
Yeah.
Also,
they added a few chapters to the Kama Sutra.
Yes, an epilogue, if you will.
Yeah, about twerking.
Have you ever been to a soca club?
Mm-mm.
So soca is like Trini music, right? Classic Trini music. Bro, you go into this club, and it's like straight up like a club vibe, but filled with people who look only like us.
That's amazing.
Like it's a whole club of just Indian-looking motherfuckers.
That's amazing.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like a Patel convention. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like keep it in the bloodline type shit. But she was Guyanese. Natalie was Guyanese. Everyone else, pretty much insane.
Right.
On the show, you had Aparna, who was, I think, like the funniest character. I mean, she was worth the watch.
Yeah, she definitely was.
She was worth the watch. I would say the craziest character on the show was Aparna, and then Akshay's mom, who I think legit might be descended from Hitler. I'm 100%. Dude, legit? Like, I know Indian moms, bro.
Well, Akshay himself is like kind of a character. My mom's like eponym for Akshay was the psycho. She was like Vanessa. She was talking to my dad when we were talking about this show. She's like, what was it? The psycho's mom. Psycho's mom's. I was like, who? She's like, I was like Akshay. She was like, yeah, he's a psycho. He's a psycho, and he is a psycho because of his mom.
He's psycho because of his mom. He also does that fucking psycho ass thing where they laugh diagonally. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He's laughing to his imaginary friend.
I think one time he like touched his hands to his lip, which is classic serial killer shit. Totally. Also, the girl he married. Do you not see the warning sign?
I know.
Do you not see? She's like. The mom is like, when you come, here's a picture of the cage we're putting you in.
Exactly.
And she's like, well, I have dreams, but my real dream is.
Even the dad was just like, I'm nice, but she, bitch. She like straight up warned her.
And then they showed a picture of her like,
yeah, just giving him the fucking icy, I'm gonna fucking murder you, motherfucker
and then
stare.
he's just like slowly melting like that. Okay, remember me? Dude, she was such a fucking, on every Indian level, like, you know, she was like, if Terminator was made by like, you know, constructed by Indian aunties and she like came out of
Unreal.
like the ooze, you know?
Unreal.
I wouldn't be surprised if she has no parents. She just came
I
out,
know, exactly.
you know, like a widow went
Out
in.
of a fire.
Right,
Exactly.
and she like came out like, Akshay? Married? You know what I'm saying? Like,
She was like, you need to get married so your brother can have a kid. I'm like, what? What?
it's like, bro, I wanted to see her continue that. You need to get married so your brother can have a kid so I can slit your dad's throat
Yeah.
so we can all feel. I mean, dude, she had that Akshay smile too where she was like, where like the eyes didn't do anything, but the smile would happen, you know?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, she was terrifying, and I wanna see a documentary of the woman who's like had 5 options but chose Akshay. I'm like, dude,
Oh,
if
yeah.
Akshay was your choice, who were the other 5 suitors? Was this a guy who came with a raw goat's head? Like, who? How did those guys less attractive than the diagonal laughter?
Well, dude, it's because everything was in his family's hands because they were so wealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like really hot, and she was smart, and so at one point, I remember hearing the dad being like, "Akshay, just do it. We'll lock it down." Like, there's no will happening on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? And what was the funniest part of their courtship was like when they showed that scene of him like calling her on the phone after their first meeting, and they're playing like romantic jazz music, like he's gonna romance her, and he's like, "Do you like the color red?" "I like cats." She's like, "I like cats." He's like, "I like dogs."
And you can see that smart lady become dumber and
Yeah, exactly.
Also, rat. You like crack?
He's like, "But I don't. Cats scare me." And I was like, "What is going on with these deranged motherfuckers?" Arrested Development is with the name of the game here, you know?
And then anytime they fuck, you know, behind the scenes is the mom just like,
I know, exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, good.
You just get the feeling that when they consummate the marriage, Akshay's mom is gonna be there. You know, she can't get Akshay up. She's gonna be like, "Hold on, I got this. Just step aside." She's gonna milk his dick. You know, like, "Come here, come into her."
And then the son's gonna be like, "Mom, stop."
Yeah,
I mean,
Mom, don't stop.
You don't. Oh my God, this is a. And you do that smile. Because anything his mom said was like, you know, he tried to play it like he's some sort of bad boy in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'll get married, Mom, maybe. And then
Like
as
he's
saying
teasing
that-
his mom, you know? He's
Right.
like flirting with his mom about it. And his mom slapping him on the butt and stuff.
Yeah, right. And then he's like sitting on the kitchen table, like, Mom, like dangling his feet, you know, Mom. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll get
exactly.
married, or maybe I'll just marry you.
Yeah.
How about that,
Dude, at the beginning of his segment, he straight up said, "I want to marry my mom." He's like, "I want to marry someone like Mom."
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. And then you see like his big brother, and he's like,
It's his
totally-
little brother. That's the thing.
Aha, right. And his little brother is like 1984, the fuck out of his mind. He's just kind of like,
It's like, "When are you going to do it, bro? You're wasting time. Hurry up."
you know, he has no actual object permanence anymore. It's all just like command prompts from his mom, right?
It's
I'm like
all
a terrifying
command
fan.
props.
Dude, it's just like,
Oh.
engage, marriage, enter. Dude, you know what I'm saying? And
It's like, "I
bro,
see a lack of conformity. Must target Akshay." Everybody was targeting this guy.
And then after watching their episode, you're like, you know who's fun? Aparna.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
What's she up to? She's like, I think all men should be under my control. It's like, you know what? I'll take it right now. At this point, Jesus Christ.
You don't know where Bolivia has salt flats?
Oh, yeah. Dude, there was some editing hilarity in there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there was some guy on the Mango Energy
Yeah,
editing
just
some
like
of this shit. Like,
just like this
yes.
bitch.
Yeah, this is staying in. I don't care what's going on.
Forget about all her charity work. Fuck that. Oh, she rescued an orphan? Cut. Nope.
Aparna did get done dirty.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Her story is interesting because she was like a total bitch. Maybe even on a cunt level. I'm like, I don't want to use that word.
The thing is, her mom, yeah, we shouldn't drop the C word lightly, but if we
Yeah.
have to drop it, we got to drop it on her mom.
On her mom.
You know?
Yeah. Can someone keep Suicide Watch on Srini the Loser?
I know. On
please?
Srini, seriously. This poor guy truly living his best life of like, hey, I like skydiving, writing books, and interviewing entrepreneurs. And her mom's like, fucking loser, die.
Dude,
die, bitch.
That guy so easily could have been us. It's hilarious.
Dude, and he's like good looking too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like kind of way out of her league on every level.
Yeah.
But the mom was like, oh, you enjoy life? Done. Next.
Which means the mom wanted to fuck the kid, maybe. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Srini, the loser.
Exactly.
Not replying to my DMs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
I
And it's
100% agree with you, dude.
And this is a motherfucker who was like at the axe throwing thing, one axing a bullseye. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know, I do podcasts. Bullseye, chest rips out of shirt, chest rips out of shirt.
He's pouring a glass of wine while throwing an axe, a bullseye axe.
right. And then the opponent's like, but you like beaches? What the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
She need the loser.
The thing is, I got the sense when they were on their date that she was like kind of feeling him because he was like, he was bringing that energy of like, I fucking got it all under control. It was the mom who was like, my dad had an interesting theory. My dad was like, I don't think the mom actually wanted Aparna to get married because she wanted to keep her daughters in pocket and to herself and not be abandoned and be alone.
Okay, because she sucks. All right, sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's definitely helicopter because you see that energy of Aparna so deeply in the mom. But it changed though. There was a shift after she sees Uncle Dilip or whatever, the astrologer.
The astrologer slash aeronautical engineer.
Slash, like, he was like also a knitter or something. Like he had like a coaster he was knitting. Slash just normal unemployed uncle. Like it looked like his laptop was from '95, bro. Swear to God, he was on this like ancient ass like MS DOS ass laptop. You know what I'm saying? He's like cranking it up, so you know the stars are very important. So is upgrading, bro.
Yeah.
So is upgrading.
Why do you have a metal laptop? He put it down as a clink. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Dude, you look at his screen, it's just colored pencil.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, look,
it's an etch and sketch.
My charts are telling me a lot. It's like, bro.
The thing is, the computer was probably turned off, and he was just talking to her, and he was like, listen, you're an obstinate bitch. You're not going to get married. The stars are telling me, until you loosen up a bit, you're not perfect, and you need a nose job. The stars are telling me.
Yo, Mercury says.
Yeah.
Mercury says. Dude, it's hilarious because what happened was I think he just said one thing that she's never heard before, which was, hey, I think you're a good person. And she's like.
Yeah, I know. And she had one person telling her that, and she was like, oh, okay, I can be this now.
That's when her whole vibe changed. Yeah. She started laughing during dates, and it was like, who the fuck is this one now?
Yeah.
And then as that started happening, the producers were like, don't you worry.
Yeah.
Another crazy bitch, like a diamond in a heist movie. You know what I'm saying? Aparna, Akshay's mom. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw her in the fucking race, right?
Don't worry, guys. No shortage of these in the Indian matrimonial scene.
Dude, there needs to be a second arc, right? Where the mom is seen in Modi's office, and they're just clinking glasses. I have a lot of ideas for the second season. I think it could be a really deep drama.
Oh, dude.
You know, political subterfuge. You know, a lot of like bring Amit Shah into this. Let's get a real deal kind of movie. I think the nicest guy for sure was Vyasar.
Everybody loves Vyasar.
I mean, you can't not love him. Good vibes on 1,000. You know, his mom. Bro,
super good vibes.
Dude, I think my mom's loving. I think your mom's loving. But that mom, she came out like with a literal like halos in her eyes.
I know, seriously. Seriously,
you know, like
mad even her dad, who was like 95, was like, he's like, "What's up, y'all? Don't have too much fun, huh?" He like threw a condom on the table. I was like, "What?"
Bro, dude, that guy was like such a hippie dude. He had like 2 Kama Sutras in each hand. He's like, "Hey, you want to read the abridged?"
Hey, you dropped something, King. Dropped a magnum condom next to Vyasar.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you're late for our own Tantri 6 party. Like, if you want to stay for dinner. If you want to stay for dinner and dessert, if you want to stay.
What's for dessert? Vyasar.
Vyasar pie. And it's like, dude, honestly, also, they like, their table looked like, they also played D&D with him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way the table was set up, It's like, okay, I have a 35 level necromancer.
They're all settling in for a game of Settlers of Catan, you know?
Yeah, dude, yes.
He's like, I don't know, my family's pretty much my best friends. I was like, who is this angel? Who is this angel? You know?
And then, like, Vyasar had the first girl. Vyasar, like, he was like, hey, I look D&D. And I'm like, listen, Vyasar, love you, buddy. But you don't want to mention D&D, at least till second 13. You know what I'm saying? He starts like, hey, I'm Vyasar. I'm a fucking loser. Yeah, what's up?
He's like, hi, Vyasar, 37 level mage. Here's my 80-sided die.
Yeah. Here's my hall monitor pass. What's up, I'm Vyasar? And this chick is like 37. She's like, listen, I'm. Meh. You can see like in real time, like it was an animated show, like he was like, so yeah, I'm kind of like a level 18 necromancer or whatever. Yeah. And then she was like,
he was trying to flex on her with that.
I kind of like raise zombies from the dead and use it to like my horde to like get across like castles and stuff. And she's like, I watch Gilmore Girls only. This is fucking disgusting. I mean, and then I knew that wasn't going to work out. Yeah. Then they had the second chick who was like Vyasar.
Yeah, super job. Veterinarian. Coming in with her gay bro, who was just so like, don't have too much fun, guys.
Or was he gay? Or did that environment of Vyasar's house turn him gay? He's like straight as fuck. He walks in, he's like, so anyway, who's up for the anal? That I feel like you go into Vyasar's house, you come out gay. That's what I think.
You go in.
That's how accepting they are.
My brother Raj was totally. He was fucking carrying an axe over his shoulder. Drops the axe. He's like, somebody fuck me. Somebody fuck me.
He's like, hey Vyasar, I heard you like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Can I be the ring finger you put the ring on?
The thing is, Vyasar was too thirsty though, and the thing is, like, if Vyasar just had like a little bit more confidence. He was like a pretty good looking dude, actually. If he would just like not be so thirsty nerdy about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like good looking. He had like heart of gold. If he just like had a little bit more chill. With that first woman who was like super mean from the get go, he was like, I want to see you again. He's like, dude, I live like 500 miles away and I'm not nice.
He didn't say it like that. He said it like, I want to see you again.
Yeah.
Again, with the fucking diagonal. Okay, to all Indians, there's nothing going on down there. Don't stop surveying the crops as you hit on women, okay?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Hey, so what are your hobbies? Vyasar is a classic, symptom of like no dad. Actually, a lot of comics I've known have had no dads, and like what I've noticed about comics with no dads is that they're chill, very much loving and chill people, but there's moments like Tourette's of like weirdo Tourette's. Like they'll be like ha ha ha, and they'll get really weird and self-aware.
Right.
They get really weird and like aware of their space in a way that's very wooden. Yeah. And then they'll go back and they'll be like, oh sorry dude, whatever man. And it's like that's a very like no dad symptom. I feel like.
Interesting.
So I feel like something about moms teach you love. But dads teach you, I think, poise in a lot of ways.
Confidence, yeah.
Confidence.
Because maybe, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a thing of, like, a crisis of masculinity where, like, he didn't have a good masculine role model, right?
That's my take.
And he's raised by his mom, his aunts, and his like, aged grandfather. Maybe.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, at this point, judging by their whole family structure, I think that Vyasar's dad just went to Burning Man and never came back.
Right.
That's my take, dude. He's just like
Burning Man or Burning Woman, which is the wife he tried to kill.
Burning Woman, way less fun festival.
Yeah.
More fires though, more burning, more actual burning.
Yeah. An actual burning human.
If Andrew Schultz went to that festival, he'd come back with way less love
good
for
vibes.
humankind. Yeah. Yes. I've seen the darkness, and it is Madras. Dude, I mean, a lot of love for Vyasar. He's the kind of guy that I'd be like, I want to hang out with you, and I would want to like have, if anyone, I'd want to have him on the pod and be like, fucking like, what's up, and like, hey man, here's how you can grow out of this.
You'd want to straight guy for the simp guy, straight eye for the simp guy.
And as we're talking, right, like a blow dart comes out of nowhere, and it's like partner's mom fucking kills me.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, love Vyasar. Who else was there? Fucking they showed Nadia's Indian fuckboy.
Oh, Vinay.
Vinay.
He wasn't ready for it. He was like, I'm having an argument with my sister. I'm like, what?
Bitch, dude. And he might have been gay too. That level of quaff.
Yeah.
I don't fucking,
Yeah. The portions of him that weren't teeth were gay, His guy was like this much tooth,
Dude.
And his head was shaped like a tooth too, you know what I mean? Just kind of a wedge shape.
Hey man, I can't come today. I'm actually making a dam. So I'm busy, real busy. I'm actually constructing the dam.
At dinner, he was like, I'll have the hay. And I'll have some sugar cubes on the side. Thank you.
My face is Indian. My teeth specifically are Mongolian. Though. I have Mongolian teeth. It's kind of weird. Dude, and he was like, I 100% think he was gay. I think when he said he was having an argument with his sister, I'm like, argument with your sister named Julio?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on, buddy? Talk to me about it, bro. V-neck in this day and age?
Yeah, and Nadia was like, I'm really vibing with this guy. We have everything in common, including our taste in penis.
And Nadia, 100% that energy is girl who likes gay guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, like Vinay is so chill. He takes me to like all these fun pride marches.
Yep.
It's like super chill. He's super woke. He said he loves anal. He's super woke. I'm like, Nadia, get out of there, honey. Get out of there.
Oh my god. But then Shaker came up, the lawyer.
Yes.
The guy who owned two law firms. He had all the good game. Took her on a boat ride, like a gondola ride, mimosas, charming her mom.
I wish he took his razor for more of a ride.
I know.
That
the
shape
line,
up. Bro, works if you have any jaw.
Yeah,
bro, it's like just a pudding.
He was trying to draw a jawline. This is the problem. You can't draw a jawline in,
Bro, our people invented zero.
Yeah.
Learn it, okay?
Seriously.
Learn it. All right, nothing there. Zero. He's trying to multiply zero by a shave. Bro.
He tried to add a 1, but nope. Nah, dog. We can see that, We can see that. You can make that a little thicker. Use a magic marker next time, not a pencil. If you want to draw yourself a jaw.
Why did it look like you just traveled into a chimney and came right back out? It just looked like it's like a raw line of soot. Jesus Christ, dude.
Literally what it was.
What it looks like? He looks like like that line that cafeteria workers have on their
for the hairnet or whatever. Yeah. So he's wearing a hairnet around his chin.
He's hairnet of hair. I see you, bro.
But nice dude.
Nice dude.
Had the game. All the girls wanted him.
All the girls wanted him. That's so funny. It's like that's how shitty Indian dudes are. Is that Seema had to dip in twice into one Indian guy that wasn't disgusting. Like that's how rough it is for these women out here. No other repeats. No other repeats except motherfucking Shekhar. Poor dude. He's the one not rapist. They're like, okay, can you get into all the episodes? I don't know what else to do. I mean, Akshay here laughing diagonally.
Yeah, dude. Akshay. With the psycho eyes, Oh my god.
I've met that guy before, bro. I know Akshay. He's the guy who went to Islamic school for too long.
Exactly. And in this case, the imam was his mom. You know what I'm saying?
The imam.
Yeah.
Coming new from Apple. The imam. Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, it's so creepy, man. It's one of my favorite scenes was like, and this is something you see at so many desi functions in India and here, is when Akshay's engagement party was happening. Right. Everybody's dressed. Indians have the best clothes in the world. Literally.
Sure.
Literally. Desis, we have the best fabrics, best patterns, best just fucking vibe. Everyone's dressed in their finest, and then the bride's dad was just walking around in a members only vest. He was wearing a tech vest from Old Navy and some ill-fitting Janko jeans. I'm like, dude, are you going to a rave? What are you dressed why are you dressed like that?
Hey man, you have to wait for the drop. When the drop happens, it's gonna go crazy, huh? And Tiesto, bhai. Dude, every Indian uncle on the show was either a fucking doormat, or fucking Benito Mussolini.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hilarious because the Punjabi uncle, right?
Oh, man.
One of my favorite characters. Because the motherfucker is so unbelievably Punjabi. It's insane, right? He comes in, his turban got its own turban. You know what I'm saying? He got double turban right now.
Yeah, and this guy is cooking up a fucking thali in a 3-piece suit too, Pure Punjabi uncle energy.
Dude, and he sits at the table, one buttock per chair.
Exactly.
He's 2 chairs. He's sitting
the table is not for food, it's for his belly.
Yeah. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I really respected how much he hated white people to the level that he would like be willing to go on international waters. Hey, if she brings home a white, I will kill everyone in this fucking house.
Yeah.
And
He's like, what was the guy who is a Punjabi with a kid who's successful? What was his ex-wife? White? No. She's consorted with the whites? No. Aha! Aha! He went like this here. Aha!
and
Aha!
this 36-year-old Indian woman is like, Daddy, if you say no, it is no. And he's like, it is no. Hey, listen. Hey, can I get one glass water, please? Hey, can I get up? One glass water. You all recognize that guy from God's Foolery, bitch?
The greatest callback ever. Can I get a one glass water? Hold the white.
Hold the white, dude.
What?
Hey, clear. Hey, did I ask for milk, bitch?
Oh, man.
Punish.
But her
Dude.
sister, who clearly like escaped and got deprogrammed, was like married to a chill black dude in New York.
But that's actually kind of cool because
Yeah.
he's like, black is fine, black is beautiful.
Yeah, I get the
Black
sense
is
that
right.
the whole family has like escaped that guy. You know what I mean?
Yes. He's they're kind of like over it.
Yeah.
It's our boy Akash Singh's father-in-law, by the way. I don't know if
Okay.
you know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, funny thing about the show, if I was gonna do an Instagram video of like every Indian watching the show is like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, that's Jagdeep's cousin. Okay. Cool. Oh,
Wait, so that Punjabi
my-
uncle, that's Akash's father-in-law?
father-in-law, dude.
So this girl had two other sisters.
Yes. So one of the sisters that was in the show for like 2 seconds was actually Akash's wife. If you catch it, it's the younger sister.
Okay.
So it's just a wild thing, and he's like, and you know what's so funny is like Punjabis is so badass and so powerful that even Seema, who's like kind of this boss bitch energy, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, she had to fight back at the table. She's like,
Wasn't-
actually, you know, it's really nice. And he's like,
No.
and then she like scribbled out her whole notebook, put it in the fire. She's like,
Yeah.
actually, hey, how about you want?
He's like, sorry, Rupam. You're on your own, bitch. Bye.
Yeah, dude, because Punjabis are fucking warriors, bro. You don't fuck with them, dude. They cook in 3-piece suits, dude. What
Yeah,
are you gonna fucking do?
he was cooking in like a fucking tuxedo.
But dude, that was his cooking suit. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
was his cooking
yeah.
tuxedo. Like that was funny. I always cook in 3-piece, huh? Jesus Christ. He's amazing, dude. Unreal character, and that they should have given him his own show.
Yeah.
You know, they should have given him his own Keeping Up with the Jagdeeps. You know?
With the
Jesus.
cars.
With the cows.
Keeping up with the
right?
Kardashians.
The Kardashians, dude.
Kardashians. Card.
Dude, I mean, unreal show on that level. It's supremely watchable. I'm trying to think of other characters. They had, first of all, every half guy was gay for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know
Yeah.
what is going on. Like Aparna's, all her dates were like, so yeah, my favorite thing is like vagina. It's like my top 2 things.
Yeah.
It's like vagina and pussy, and like
Yeah.
that's like my top 2 things.
Yeah, it's like,
And
I'm really into pussy. My hobbies
like, super.
include
yeah.
pussy.
I know-
Oh, my job, interior decorator. But I love
Yes.
vagina.
A super vagina. And honestly, my real interior is the vagina. That's what I love. That's what I love. I want to spruce it up. I mean, dude, and Aparna's like all of his people are cool people, but I gotta look at the casting directors and Seema and be like, dude, could you not find one like not weird, straight Indian guy? Like, is that
Don't
so
make it
insane?
TV though, man.
That but don't get back to they couldn't have. They had some other shit that like went well. I'm sure they didn't fucking like.
Also, let's be
do
real.
it.
The people, like the Americans who are going for the arranged marriage, they're not, with the exception of like a Nadia or whoever, they're not necessarily going to be the most chill.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, dude, that's the beauty of the whole fucking episode is that I will give it this, that it's kind of unapologetic in how it's describing some of these characters. Like,
Yeah.
it's all reality show bullshit, but like, they go in on this guy being racist against white people, you know,
Right.
like hating white people.
Yeah,
They show
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
they
good.
show them straight up being like, I don't want anyone dark. Like, what? Where on TV are you going to find somebody being
Well-
just straight up honest?
So now I read up some articles on this, right? And you already know. The same person who wrote about Mindy Kaling's thing are like, I think this was an affront to our culture. And then, of course, her name's something fucking like Ishani or some bullshit, you know? Ishani Mittal, right? Writes on medium.com.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, you know, I think this was very, very, like, unrepresentative of my... And it's like, dude, I'm sure you were a 33-year-old unmarried person, and this
Yeah.
just brought up all the fucking negative energy in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that. I think is like, I just don't think they wanted to be represented like that. Because a lot of desis I talk to are then like, no, there's a much better on Amazon show, and they give you a much more realistic scope. Like, there's a gay couple. I'm like, bitch, God bless them, and yes, good, I'm glad. But there's nobody that's not representative of what's happening with Indian matchmaking, where there's like a whole stack of gay. Seema's got her whole gay file. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they want to act like there's something. It's like, no, this is arranged marriage. It's a rigid, archaic way of courtship. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what you want it to be like? There's no trans people on this show. It's like, bitch. There's millions of trans people in India. They're called hijiras. Yeah. They're eunuchs. Yeah. They're a well-respected segment of society, or accepted at least, thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to make India or be this thing. Like, this is what it is. You want to improve it? Yeah, improve it on its own terms, though. Don't try and, like, project an image of it out there that this is actually what it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is a fucked up show. These characters are all fucked up and weird because they're engaging this system. They're all casteist, they're all colorist, heightist, you know what I mean? They're all money grubbing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, be fucking real about it.
Notice how in biodatas, passions is on the second page.
Yeah, you know exactly.
And what's on the first page? Height.
It's a footnote.
Nose length.
Footnote, yeah.
Face.
Height was everything. Yeah. Height was everything. They're like, hey, this guy, Sandeep, he's did 2 terms in prison for pedophilia, but he's 5'11". They're like, 5'11"? Oh my god! 5'11" winner! Which is how many feet he has to stay away from a playground. They're like, we don't care! He's 5'11".
And also, we're Indian, so it's like leprechauns fighting over height. You know, we're all fucking short.
Indians are tall. You know? Indians are tall.
The ones in the show, like, you think Akshay was a tall guy, you know, with his fucking, you know, like...
Akshay looked like he was probably close to 6. You're like 6'2". I'm 6'1". Maybe that's from all the human growth hormones we've ingested through American food.
It's there's no 6 feet when you're doing this. You know,
it's
when
true.
You're like here, everyone becomes
spiritually you're 4 feet.
Everyone becomes 5'2" when in here.
When Preeti enters the room.
Fucking Preeti. Who's Preeti again?
Akshay's mom.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Do not give her the beauty of a name, please. Do not give her that kind of beauty. She is mein Führer.
Yeah.
The fuck. But yeah, you were these fucking writers who are like, no gay people, no trans people. This show was called Nazis Being Nazis.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's so dumb because the show is not meant to cater to you.
Yeah.
You know, Ishani. Ishani is my new name for any shitty Indian blogger. Let's make it a thing. Let's make it a thing. So these Ishanis who are fucking running around being Ishanis out here. It's like you want to. Here's what it is. I think these are the same people who didn't like love their culture growing up, and to a certain extent, none of us did. And we all had to find it. But these are the same people who like came late to it, probably had all white friends, are guilty about it, and now are like, well, how do I show my white friends the beauty of my culture only the way that I think is okay?
Exactly.
You know?
It's they need something sanitized and perfectly pat, and people who are doing yoga and meditating. You know what I mean? And it's like beautiful India, Himalayas, rivers. You know, like they want to depict India like it's a fucking bag of the cover of a bag of basmati rice. You know?
Yes.
Like it's a fucking basmati rice commercial.
And what you get is a fucking Punjabi guy being like, "White people, that is hilarious," and it's like
we're sending her to Sardar camp. Yeah.
Because it's like I think white people always suspected that we kind of hate them, and then you have this fucking like Punjabi dude confirming their worst fears, like, wait, but not all whites, and it's like every single white guy I ever met, I put through my scimitar.
He's like, oh, okay,
Dude, why does every Punjabi sit like this? No matter what they're doing, it's like this. If they're fucking, it's like this. If they're sitting, it's like this.
Dude, they're in constant flex mode, constantly flexing.
This is how I shit. I have diarrhea. Diarrhea. You know, it's fucking Punjabis at their finest sound Japanese, actually.
Yeah,
you know
it's true. Shitting.
Shitting. Sing song. That's what I'm saying. I mean, dude, I love the show. I personally, I love watching it. I don't think it's like this harbinger of Indian representation that's going to help all of you or me or anything in terms of like, it is minstrelly as hell. You know, it is. In a lot of ways.
And look, here's the other thing, right? Is like, this is they're specifically doing this to be entertaining. You know what I mean? So they're going to bring out all the warts and all of that shit. Millions of people are still getting their matches made through various means in the subcontinent. You know, like this is how they're doing it. Not all of them are going down like this. Not everybody's like this. It's just what it is. You know, but all of it does come into play: status, socioeconomic status, caste, color, height, looks in general. You know, that's just what it is.
Right. I mean, dude, it's the one scary thing about this whole show is that Akshay's wife will be in danger. In a not hilarious way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like, haha. Because you see, oh my God, you see, like, the first wife of the other dude.
Yeah.
And how she's like, you know, like, and she has her, like, on a leash.
Yep.
And then you see, like, her, like, clapping her way into her own fucking diet. And, like, it's like, the richness of their family means they can do whatever they want.
I know.
You know?
Exactly.
And it's like, I would wager, again, as you did, that the 4 other guys were great dudes, all work for Postmates or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They were all like Zomato runners.
Yeah, and you could tell because her dad showed up wearing like a members only jacket or whatever to the Sangeet or whatever the fuck the engagement party, you know?
Dude, he's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, this is my finest, you know?
Yeah. My nicest white beater. But that's what it is. I mean, dude, it's a fire show. Watch the fucking show. You know, it's Indian shit. So if Netflix sees, because Netflix is dumb, right? They're like, they'll be like, oh, Indian show, hi, other Indian,
right?
Give, you know, it doesn't matter if this is like if we make a show about like aliens coming over to kill us, and then you know we're all we have are like 2 guns and we're both like space marines. They would call it Indian Matchmaking 2.
Yeah.
They would have no idea that there's different plots. It's like, oh, this is a great series y'all are doing here, really great series. So, you know, if this brings us opportunities, if this brings Indians more visibility in the fucking booking element,
yeah,
I'm all fucking
that
for
that would be great.
You know what I'm saying? Any last final takes?
Honestly, we might have to do a part 2 about this because there's just so much with the show. This went by in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
It's an amazing show. Stay tuned for more on this because you know your boys can't quit. We can't, you know.
What? Okay.
I mean,
neither could Brock Turner. But
what?
Anyway. Any last thoughts?
Oh man. Anyway, any last words, guys? This is a fragment of a representation of what happens. You know, you can fight it. You can have objections to the system. You know, don't hate the player, though, hate the game.
Yeah, and if you kind of hate the player, the Punjabi's going to beat you.
Yeah, so exactly.
Don't even try to hate, bro. He's still like, you know, he watched the whole show like, my daughter, incredible.
Yeah.
Unreal, dude. Punjabi stance, dude. That's called
big time.
Punjabi first position.
Big time.
Dude, now I'm thinking about the video game from Ghost of Tsushima. It's like they have all the different stances, and I'm thinking of different Punjabi stances. Punjabi stance 1.
Punjabi stance is this. Preeti's is like this. The Preeti stance is hovering over.
It's Akshay stance.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Hilarious, dude. Hilarious. I love the show. I love Indians are coming up a little bit in the world.
I just like seeing a show that's fun and that's putting us,
Indian.
you know. It's
I love Browns. I love Indians. I love them from the day I die. Any Browns on screen being fun or even evil or even
that are not on the news. That is not on the news, you know.
Season 2 Indian Matchmaking ISIS edition. Holy shit! Hi.
The brides all show up in a shipping container.
They interview the ISIS guy. So I'm looking for my 3rd wife of the week.
Yeah. Looking for a blonde, a guy with a checkboard. It's like, blonde? We have any blondes in there?
Yeah. Nadia lasts for 1 episode. They just shoot her in the fucking head. Well, that's a lot of smiling for one person. Wow. You know? Oh my God.
You are not supposed to enjoy this.
Holy shit! That's a great one. Where are they now? 6 feet under.
Yeah, they're social distancing down.
6 feet down.
6 feet down.
Yes. Well, you know, all Baghdadi seemed pretty cool, but I was really more into Abu Bakr because he just had sort of more of a vibe, and he kind of, when he was beating me, it looked more like he cared about me like during the beating. So, you know. Jesus Christ, ISIS edition. That's like Seema walks in. They're like, nope.
Nope. Yeah. ISIS edition. Aparna, come on in. Come on in. You gonna fit right in.
Aparna, they're like, she says her shitty crazy thing. Like, I don't like guys who like beaches, and everyone should be under my armpit.
Yeah.
And then they cut away to the ISIS guy. Like, I think I found her.
Yeah, I think I found her.
I found the person of my dreams. Holy shit.
Then you flash forward 6 weeks later, he's like cooking her food and she's coming in with an AK-47 over her shoulder.
Dude, you know that scene where Vinay was like, sorry, I was arguing with my sister.
Yeah.
The ISIS guy was like, sorry, I was invading Libya.
Yeah.
I couldn't come through. My bad. And then she's like, okay, that's what you said last week, bitch. That's what you said last week.
Preeti's mom is like is like al-Baghdadi. Actually, he pulls it off. It's actually Preeti's mom.
I love it. I love it, dude. I love it. Indian matchmaking.
Dude, ISIS edition. This is Mango Bay. Subscribe to us on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify. Write us the review on iTunes. Every little bit helps. Keep DMing us. Keep tagging us in the stories. We love you guys. Thank you.
Come again.
Your Mango Bay.
Whoa.
Hit on what?
You want extra content? You want more?
You fucking greedy.
You greedy little bitch.
Greedy.
Wait, you just want to hang out and just squeeze all our tits,
You're
huh?
trying to eat all the meat on the
Oh,
table.
dude, time to pay up.
Yeah, you gotta pay up.
Patreon.
You
Go to
know
our
what's up.
Patreon. We got bonus content. We
lot
got bonus
more- a
interviews.
lot more fire
We got
from
more
this
jungly.
episode.
We got more vibes.
Revelations.
All right? We're
Okay.
naked in them sometimes.
It's all there.
Mango bang, mango pop, pop. Mango.
Bay.